Hey Adam, how's it going? I feel like I'm being pranked.
Hey.
Oh, hey. I couldn't hear you, and then Nick popped up without actually being on the screen.
Classic Nick.
Hey everybody. Cool. Let's kick it off here. So we are already recording, and we can start with check-ins. So let's see. I'm feeling pretty good, I think, about 1310 and life in general. It seems like everything is going pretty smoothly right now. I'm also really excited about the vision stuff that Larissa and Nick have been working on. So I look forward to seeing where that stuff goes. And I'll hand it off to Brandon.
Thanks, Dan. Glad to hear that you're doing good. I'm also doing good, thanks. I just had a really cool coffee chat with a colleague I've never met before, so that was nice. Also 1310 is going pretty good. Yeah, I've had a super rough last week personally, but things are going good now, so yeah, nothing to complain about. Over to Adam.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. I'm mostly done with my stuff for 13.10, so I have a few small MRs to move forward. So yeah, this milestone is so far pretty good. Over to Larissa.
Hi, I'm also feeling pretty good. I've been using this stage of the milestone to focus more on some of the longer term stuff, so that's been fun. I attended a really interesting webinar yesterday about value stream management. I'll drop the link in the Slack channel. Yeah, things are pretty good. I actually carved out a little time to work last night and sat down to do it, and GitLab was down. So that was interesting. Hopefully that's all resolved now. Over to Martin.
Yeah, I'm also feeling good. Finally, Marie's back to daycare, so we have a more structured and organized day or more structured week, hopefully this week. And yeah, I'm feeling quite productive already. Glad that I finished the diversity and inclusion and belongs training already. Got some time, and yeah, already have some scheduled or being able to pick up another deliverable, and happy to help out on a small deliverable issue for value stream analytics this week. So looking forward to contributing to analytics or optimized features again, so which is great. Yeah, with that, are we done? Anyone else? Did we miss anyone? Nick, sorry, over to Nick. I think you're the last.
Always overlooked. Yeah, I'm good. I just got a fancy new coffee grinder, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I put an offer down on a flat, which is like a old church conversion, actually. So I've always dreamt of living in a church conversion, and this is this is my chance, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. But apart from that, it's been really sunny in the UK, which is nice, and I've been enjoying some of the work I've been looking into for value stream and MR analytics. Sorry, MR only value stream. And with that, I'll hand it back over to Dan.
Cool, thanks, Nick. Looks like there are no FYIs today, so I'll jump right into the board. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So starting here in priority 1 column, looking at VSA. So first one in verification, that looks good. Second one blocked. So I was kind of curious if anybody knows more about defaulting on for the VSA horizontal flow.
Yeah, I think Ezekiel is currently still wrapping up other issues in the P1 column before he is able to get to that. He's been sick a couple days last week, so I hope he will be. I think he's already back on since yesterday, so he should be able to get to this quite soon, I believe. So this one is just blocked by, hasn't changed. It's still blocked by one or two other issues in the P1 column. So that's the main reason why this is blocked.
Got it. Okay. And just for everybody's context here, the end of the milestone is next Thursday. So we have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, but not too much, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then, so it sounds like these other ones down here are the ones you're probably referring to.
Yep.
Okay. So actually, if this one's blocked, should we move it down a little bit to just indicate it falls below these others?
Yeah, I don't know. Are we still? That's a good point. I mean, I think we are still. Well, we tried to keep priority even within columns. So I think this is like a high priority in P1, but on the other hand, it's blocked. So this is kind of conflicting now with the order inside columns. So I don't know what's the best way to, if we should move it down, which would also indicate it has lower priority in P1, but since it's blocked, that's a good, good question. I don't know. I guess we can move it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Since other issues obviously have higher priorities, otherwise they wouldn't be blocking issues.
You could just drag it to above the one that's above it. Oh, hang on.
Like that? Oh no, jumped.
Let me just go in the ticket and see what the blocking issue is.
Okay. Well, I accidentally managed to just move it back to where it was, and I'm going to leave it there for now.
Okay.
That works too.
Great. Cool. So let's see. We've got a couple of DevOps adoption issues here. Looks like that's going well. One's in verification, the other's in dev. Brandon, you're working on this one that's in dev. Is that going pretty smoothly? Any blockers on that?
I only just moved that one through to in dev today. The item above that has just been a dependency, which I see is currently in verification. So yeah, we still have a week left. Still confident I'll be able to get that issue resolved.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So moving over here to priority 2, we have this group level API, which I think if memory serves, so just another FYI, I think everyone's aware, but Pavel's out of office this whole week. So this group level API is a fairly big change. And I think right now it's just kind of stuck in review while he's out of office, but I think we're still expecting to be able to get that in for 13.10.
Yeah, I chatted to, or Pavel actually messaged me today to say that that is about 99% complete. It's essentially just adding the filters needed to get data specific for the group level.
Awesome, that's great. Well, Pavel, wherever you are, thank you for checking in today. All right, cool. Adding sorting to stage tables. And this one hasn't been assigned yet. Is this one we're expecting to be able to get to in 1310?
It's sorting to stage tables. Yeah, I might be able to help out with that. However, I think we also have another issue in this. Sorry.
I think there's one in the P1 column that's blocking that, which is converting.
Yes,
the issue
I
list
think
to a
we.
table.
Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Actually, then we should should we update that as blocked as well? That would make more sense. I can link the blocking issue then.
Cool. Done. All right. Let's see. And then we have this issue to add stage time to the horizontal stage.
Right. So that's ready for development.
Okay.
So I don't have an update on that one. I believe once we have done the P1 issues, Ezekiel will transition to or move over to the P1 column. It's already assigned to him.
Cool. That sounds good. And another blocked issue here. This one.
Yeah, I think this one is mainly blocked by the horizontal flow, because we said, okay, if we want to implement the URL parameters and link to a specific stage, we don't want to have double the work by supporting both horizontal and vertical navigation. So we'll just wait until we have the horizontal navigation being the default one, and then we can implement this only for the horizontal navigation.
Cool, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's a couple of issues are depending on the horizontal flow, obviously, which yeah, it's we just realized that it makes more sense to wait for this to be completed. Otherwise, we just have to implement it for both navigation items, and this also applies to the previous one. So,
which totally makes sense. Is there any expectation that any of these blocked issues might slip to 1311?
Good question. So I just pinged Ezekiel on the P1 issue about defaulting to the horizontal flow, because that seems to be ready for being picked up. So if we manage to get the default or the horizontal flow being enabled by default within the next 1 or 2 days, I think we should be able to at least continue or pick up remaining work in the P2 column this week. So that gives us about a week to work on those issues.
Cool. Okay.
Let's see how far we get, but yeah, I think we should be able to at least enable the feature flag for the horizontal nav this week.
That'd be big news.
Yeah, I hope so.
Really cool. Okay. And then moving over here to priority 3 and priority 4, is there anything that anybody would like to call out over here? Going, gone. All right, cool. Thank you, everybody. And now I'll hand it over to Larissa for priorities.
Yeah, so I was just going to start with an update on our performance indicator review. So that review is due today for product leadership to look at. And we had some data issues in January where self-managed didn't get reported, or the numbers were lower than they should have been. So most of what I'm talking about, whenever I talk about self-managed in the review, I'm actually comparing it to December and just ignoring like January never happened. So some highlights: we saw a 78% increase in MR analytics views, and that seems to align with us announcing that we had the mean time to merge metric added in the last release. And continued strong interest in VSA. And the views at the group level are still really tiny compared to the project level, which is understandable because group level is in premium and project level is in core. But there's a lot of growth in the group level usage, and most of that growth is coming, not surprisingly, from premium level customers. Interestingly, even the growth at the project level is coming from premium level customers. So there was a 70% increase in views from self-managed and 50% increase for SaaS. And then the third point there is we had seen our page views by SaaS users decreasing in December and January, which was starting to get a little bit concerning, but that has bounced back. So we're back to the November number, which is the highest number we had seen. And in terms of things I'm focusing on right now, I am working on building out the Devops adoption table and looking at what additional features we want to add under each stage for that. And so I've been focused on the create and verify stages so far, and working with the product managers from each of those stages to get suggestions for which features we should highlight there that shows where a user is at on their DevOps adoption journey. And Nick has been helping by building out the prototype that we can use to go out and do customer validation, which will be the next step there. Also, didn't add this, but we have our second round of vision review with Anoop and David today, and anyone's welcome to join that. Brandon, I don't think you're on the invite list, only because they repeated the invite list from last time and you were out, but I can add you if you're interested. I'll just add you as optional. And any bonus content? Oh, Brandon.
Yeah, so the DevOps adoption polling is live on staging. I can just quickly share my screen and show you what it looks like. Cool. So essentially this will run every 30 seconds and see if there are any pending items or if this data is from the previous day. And if any of those conditions are met, the table will refresh. So if I were to add a group here, okay, not sure why that worked. Let's just refresh the page. I've had this open for a little while. Okay, that's why. Yeah, I tried preloading it so I wouldn't have to wait a while for it, but seems that security got the better of me. Okay, so let's try out that again. Some random group. And so now I can see that this one is currently in the pending state. And we'll see if the data will then refresh. I'd say probably in the next 10 seconds or so. You can also watch on the network requests and we'll see the request being triggered. Hopefully, yeah, there it goes. And now it's updated. And now every 30 seconds that this interval runs, nothing will happen. It won't update anything because it knows that there's then no actual pending fields and the data is still from today. So it's quite like resource respectful in that sense. That's pretty cool. A couple of suggestions that Pavel made that we based this off of. Any questions?
It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
So that means
Cool.
that that's cool, Brandon. Yeah, thanks so much for working on that. So when there's polling happening and there is no new data or no changes to the UI won't re-render. Is that right?
That's correct, yes. So
Cool.
unless, the only time it will re-render is if, say, someone had left the page open for a day and the data that's been displayed is essentially stale data because from I understand, the job that recreates the data runs every night. And so in that scenario, the data will just refresh once as well. And then the timestamp will have updated, and that's the last time it will have that day.
Cool, that's awesome. Thanks.
That is very cool. It's also just fun to see demos on these calls. There actually is one FYI, which I forgot about. Not only is next week the end of the 1310 milestone, but next Friday is a Family and Friends Day. So please plan an extravagant 3-day weekend accordingly. And I think that's all we have on the agenda. So with that, wishing everybody an excellent week and talk to you all soon.
Actually, before we drop, could I get some feedback on the MR analytics thing? I can either present it now or I shared a video on our channel, but basically I'm interested in the stage events for an MR only value stream. So
we have a few more minutes. Would you like to walk us through it?
Yes, please. My screen sharing didn't work before, so can you see my screen?
Nope. Right now.
Yeah, for some reason I think I need to update. Oh, anyway, just go on the group optimize Slack channel, and I posted a 5-minute video. And the issue, if you can just leave some comments in the issue on what you think about the start and stop events, that would be really useful. Cool.
All right.
With that,
cool.
We can go.
Cool. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye.